Alright everybody, welcome back to episode 8 of my Divine Journey 2 Let's Play. As you saw from that intro montage, I've finished up the last bit of exploration needed to finish the, rather than trying to explain it without looking, I'll look. To finish up chapter 5 to get the magical snow globe, and then finish up chapter 6 as well to get the Eye of Gaia, which we got here, which required another star. It required some prismarine shards. I had to go and defeat an ocean monument. I just did all that stuff off camera really quickly. The Wither fight, I was very stressed over. I did not want to die and lose all my stuff, which wouldn't have been a huge issue, but I used to have armor stands here with my backup armor, with my full Real Might set and my full Shadow set, and those have completely disappeared, leaving me with only this suit of armor, which is not very optimal. A little annoyed about that, but I'm happy I still have this set. I also, going up here, going up to our mechanism building, have gotten a few starter setups going. I got this, which is a steel setup. It takes iron, puts into here, which has carbon, turns it into enriched iron, takes the enriched iron, turns it into a steel blend, smelts the steel blend, and turns it into steel. And right under is a import bus, which goes into my ME system. Over here, I have a basic setup for smelting ores, getting two-time ore doubling setup. So put the ores into here, they get enriched into 2 dust gets smelted into ingots and then sent into the ME system. I did some upgrades here, like creating a compressing factory and creating a enriching factory, and just have kind of optimized things a bit and decided to get moving with some of the exploration stuff we had to do. My next kind of exciting, the next thing I'm excited for, I think is it further? Is it 13? Yeah, in 13, we will get access to automatic crafting, which is going to be so huge because I won't have to keep crafting things. For right now, I'm just kind of batch crafting stuff as I need it. If we look in our ME system, we have a ton of like redstone now, a ton of iron. I even have more I can smelt, a ton of osmium, a ton of glowstone, a ton of like lead, copper, steel, silver, and whatnot. And those things are easy enough to get still by using like the excavator and then this ore setup. So now that I kind of have those solidified, I am focusing on the exploration part. The next thing I'm going to be doing is going into Atum 2 and going through and trying to finish as much of this as I can. It looks like I have to do pyramids, which I haven't done before. So that will be fun. And then the Erebus 2 I just unlocked with the Eye of Gaia. I have no idea what the Erebus is, so that will be fun to explore. I'm probably going to try to finish Atum 2 first and then do Erebus. And then get to here, and I get to do the Aether and Icica and the End and the Deep Dark, and I will get an Elytra finally. And then it seems like that will unlock chapter 9, which will get all these mob grinding things, which will be so nice to have rather than having to go and manually kill mobs like I've been doing this entire time. The one thing that I don't know what to do about is my armor. I currently am using the Terran armor, but I don't know if that's the best right now. I don't know if I should have something better, because the Wither did a lot of damage to me. I wasn't using any potions, so maybe I should use potions, but maybe, like, I don't know, am I supposed to be using like the Tauridite chestplate for fire protection, or the blue rupee for 85% melee damage protection? That's actually pretty good. How do I get that? Rupee, ooh, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I kind of like the rupee stuff. So I'm gonna look around for a bit, probably check the Divine Journey to Discord, see if there's any recommendations on what to get for armor wise going into Atum. People have seemed to recommend the Shadow armor, but I didn't really like that. The speed was kind of overwhelming. But then there's so many different armor sets, which is really cool. I'm really glad that there's so many armor sets. However, I haven't been able to find any sort of like guide to what to use, or like what each thing does really. I also don't know if I should have a better like sword or anything. I like the sword I have because like it has all these really good enchantments, but like I don't know, like should I be using like the gray divine sword, the divine sword? How do I get this? Divine stones, where do I get divine shards from? Like I have no idea what these mobs are. The Watcher, like where is the Watcher? I have no idea where it spawns. And I'm playing, I don't think I said this before, I'm playing on hard difficulty. Oh, let's lock it. Yeah, because I don't want to switch off of hard. I think the biggest pet peeve I have in Minecraft is trying to create a villager trader hall. That process is like pulling teeth, and I've done it so many times. I hate doing it. But I think the worst feeling in the world is when you set up a villager trading hall, you get a zombification process going, you get a villager with a good trade, like a cheap mending book trade, but you want to get it down to 1 emerald. So you send the villager into the zombie kills the villager and doesn't spawn as a zombie villager because you're playing on normal. That is my biggest pet peeve. So I only play this game on hard, because then you have a 100% chance of it being turned into a zombie villager. So unfortunately, the downside to playing on hard is it's hard. It's, as the name suggests, it is not meant to be easy. It is meant to be hard. And I'm playing with keep inventory off. I normally play with it on, I will admit. However, I decided to play with it off for some godforsaken reason. But regardless of the reason, it is off, and I have to be careful. And if I die, I lose all my stuff unless I can get it back. But if I'm somewhere in the middle of Atum 2, I'm probably not getting it back. So I'm going to spend a bit getting geared up for the journey into Atum 2, into the pyramids to find artifacts. I will see you all in a bit. Alright everyone, I have finished up the mod Atum 2 and have gotten the final piece of the puzzle for it, the Atum Warrior, which just required a lot of kind of exploration and stuff, and then crafting using Atum 2 mechanics. I enjoyed the mod, kind of. As you probably saw from that little montage, there's a lot of fog present in the Atum world, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I like being able to see where I go, but it was fun. I am finished it now. I hope I don't really have to do anything with it more, but now what we're going to be doing, I I was looking at something in Roots, but what we're going to be doing now is going through the Erebus and become arachnophobic. Fortunately, I'm not really scared of spiders. I actually love spiders. I don't have any spiders, but I would love to have a spider. So I have to do like the offering altar and then the insertion, assertion, and stuff like that. I don't really know what any of that stuff is. I've never done anything with Erebus, but excited to give it a try. As you might see, have noticed, I switched armor again. I've gone, this is hysterical. I've gone all the way back to Emerald armor. After using like Emerald and then to the Elite Realmite and then to the Shadow armor and then to the Terran armor, I'm back at the Emerald armor because the flat armor that this armor provides is just so good. And with the staff from Totemic, I have realized that this is a much more expansive mod than I initially gave it credit for. For example, you can have all these modifications to your different spells, including one for the staff, which gives me so much more flight and immunity after I land to fall damage. I also have Augment, which allows me to pretty much go into spectator mode and just look around as much as I want, which is really helpful, really great. And then also, where is it? Radiance, which is just a ranged attack that does a ton of damage. So because of those things, I don't really need like a bonus from armor as much. So I went back to the Emerald armor just because it gives me the best flat damage reduction. But for now, I'm going to be going into the Erebus. I will catch up with you all in a bit. Bye. All right, everybody, we have finished the Erebus mod, and with that, we have finished the chapter 7 of this mod pack, Exploration 2. I am gonna be honest, I hated Erebus. I did not enjoy the experience. Oh, I'm lagging. Oh, we're back. This is the Erebus portal. Everything looks the same in the mod, and everything wants to kill you, and there are blocks that slow you down, there are blocks that stop you from flying, and you have to get so many different things, and like I had to get the gneiss rock, and that you had to pour water over it and then mine it and pick it up before it turned to obsidian, and it was just a pain in the butt. Yeah. I really am hoping I don't have to go back into that mod. It was fun, it was cool while it lasted. However, I don't want to go back into it. The boss fight was cool. I liked the pyramid. But I want to go on to greener pastures, quite literally, because it was all brown. But with that, we have gotten the Crown of Skies, which we can use on an Aether portal to unlock the Aether dimension. Very exciting. I am actually really excited to play the Aether because I have not played that since Minecraft was in beta. Long time ago. And I remember really enjoying it and also being really confused by it, but I'm excited to jump into it and figure out more about it. And I in the Divine Journey to Discord, there's kind of a list of the best armor and gear that you can get. I actually stole this pickaxe design from there. And the next kind of step, the second step in the best armor and gear, it says starts in the Aether. So I'm excited to get more equipment, better equipment, and venture further into this mod pack. For right now, though, I think I might want to spend a bit doing some building or doing something other than adventuring, because my head hurts from having to run through the Erebus so much. I really like this mechanism building. I like having this here, and I think it's going to be really useful once we get, that was a lot, once we start doing more and more stuff with mechanism, building some more automations up here and down here. And I think it will be cool to build another kind of structure, like right here, almost, for Applied Energy 6.2, just because right now, as I've shown before, our Applied Energy 6.2 setup is that, which is not very pretty. I kind of just threw those bricks down to make something, to give it something. So I'm thinking next episode, I'm going to be building a building here in the same style as our mechanism building, that will provide housing for our Applied Energy 6.2 stuff. And I'll connect the path up and probably build some more trees. That's another thing I want to do, is just take some of these trees and dot them around the landscape. I want to make a better spot for these trophies, because I have a bunch, but I just started collecting them once I was at this building over here, and just throwing them down. But I want to be able to put them somewhere nice, maybe like a little trophy hall or something. That could be like here, maybe. I also have to decide where I want to put our Aether stuff. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know how long this episode is. I think it's a bit shorter. I know I didn't kind of show a lot of either Atum or the Erebus. My play style, the way I like to play these mod packs, I like the kind of tech side of it, the building like huge automations and intricate like works to hide your machinery and create things that can like do your bidding on will. I'm not a huge fan of the exploration stuff, but fortunately there's not too much exploration in this pack left, and I think the last part of it I am the most excited for, because we have Land in the Skies, the Aether, and then we also have Icica, which sounds kind of fun, and it's fortunately only, what's that, 7 quests, so it shouldn't be too much. And then we also have the End, and I'm excited to get an Elytra and all that stuff, and I'm also excited to get to Chapter 9. Where in Chapter 9, we start getting extra utilities too, and then mob grinding utils, which will really hit a power spike. I think we're going to be getting out of the early game, which we're still in at this time, and really starting to get to the mid game, get to hit our power spike. You probably see at the bottom of my screen, I've hit level 100, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna spend some time probably enchanting up my gear. A lot of it's kind of low right now. And one of the nice things about using emerald gear is I have a lot of emeralds and can do a lot of enchantments. So next episode, I'll probably start by showing you guys what enchantments I get, and then do some building, do some infrastructure for AE2 materials, and dive into the Aether. Until then, thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.